Welcome to the Midday News. We're live on Joy 99.7 FM here in Accra and Kumasi. We are on Love 99.5 FM. We're on myjoyonline.com. We are live in all 16 regions. You're on KTU Radio in Koforidua, Gangai FM in Jirapa, Fafa Radio in Georgia. We are live on X Spaces. You're on Facebook. The Midday News is sponsored by Petrol Soul, your clean fuel in full quantity. Petrol Soul is always a delightful experience. Also brought to you by Dura Plus Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes and water tank. We are the only water storage tank with a level indicator, and where Dura Plus goes, water flows. This afternoon, Trade Minister instructs cement manufacturing companies to immediately reverse recent increase in cement prices. We have details plus here from the Association of Ghana Industries. Also in this package, teachers accuse government of hiding behind IMF conditionalities to stall negotiations, warning consequences may be dire if their demands are not met.
NLC has given us up to 19th of June to conclude all negotiations. Government should grab that opportunity. As leaders, I must say, we'll get to a state that we cannot stop our teachers from doing what they want to do.
We have a response from the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. Also, you are not a serious political party if you think the Electoral Commission can influence the outcome of an election for you.
Anyone who tells you the EC, as it is currently constituted and structured, can cheat election for Party A or Party B, the person is giving you a misleading information.
We have more as the EC justifies its decision not to release a serial number of its biometric verification registration kits despite the NDC's claim they wanted it. Now we have sports.
Big win for Ghana's Black Starlets at the Waffle Zone B opener, but concerns loom for the next game. You have the details in 20 minutes.
Also in the bulletin, we'll tell you about the silent struggles faced by many new mothers in Ghana dealing with postpartum depression, resulting in extreme cases pushing them to harm their babies.
Don't like your baby, you don't even want to be a mother. It's like, it's this thing for me, the thing that is so hyped. This wasn't really living up to my expectations.
We have that and more in this afternoon's edition of the Midday News. I am Emefa. Apawu, please stay on for details. This is your home of independent, fearless and credible journalism. Thank you so much for choosing us. Let's start off on the education front. And pre-tertiary teachers are accusing government of using IMF conditionalities as an excuse to delay negotiations on their conditions of service. Months of talks on deprived area allowance, extra basement, book data online teaching support and an increase in the CPD allowances are yet to be concluded. A series of protests began in the eastern and central regions yesterday to pile pressure on government to yield to their requests. But there hasn't been any response so far. Head of Benefits and Compensations at NAT, Isaac Barr, says if government refuses to heed those demands, the consequences may be dire.
We've been having series of meetings, but as we speak, we've not been able to make any headway. In the new agreement, we have tabled 4 allowances. One of them is an existing one. The 3, though one is also an existing one, it had never been implemented. So there are 2 new allowances we have introduced, and we expect government to accept them, and then negotiation will kickstart on that. But as we speak, government has only accepted the 2 existing ones, and the new ones, government is reluctant to accept them. And that is why there's the need for the agitation.
What has been the explanation from government for not giving you what you really want?
The usual no money syndrome. And then recently we were also told that because of IMF conditionality. So we've been invited tomorrow, 8 a.m. in the morning, to continue negotiation. Already, NLC has given us up to 19th of June to conclude all negotiation and report to them. Government should grab that opportunity and make sure we are able to finish negotiation before. Because as leaders, I must say, we'll get to a state that we cannot stop our teachers from doing what they want to do.
Meanwhile, Labour expert Austin Game is surprised about the development issue. He believes government should have concluded the negotiations by now. He spoke on News Desk with Aisha Ibrahim.
Unfortunately, there's appear adherence to the procedures that will govern the negotiation when you reach a stalemate what next, because everything has an end within the collective agreement and best practices. And so kind of threats and strikes, so forth and so on. In the past, maybe you could allow that. In this 21st century, I don't see the reason why it should be so. So for the caliber of people we are supposed to have, this is a stage which we find ourselves now. The way forward would have been that the parties agreed that we are negotiating. I'm surprised that we have a situation like this on our hands here. But it should have been over by now. If I were to be in charge, definitely it would be over.
That's Labour expert Austin Game there speaking on Newsdesk. Now, joining us for this discussion is the Director of Grievances and Negotiations at the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Professor Charles Opoadabo. We are grateful for your time here on the Midday News. So what exactly is stalling this negotiation?
Hello?
Hello, Prof. If you can hear me, I'm asking about the delay in this negotiation. We are hearing from the teachers and they say you are hiding behind the IMF conditionalities to actually stall it.
Good afternoon to your listeners. We are still negotiating with the teacher union, and the claims that government is hiding behind the IMF policy has never come up. Indeed, the IMF policy is there. We have been able to conclude negotiations with other unions. And so in the same vein, we are going to conclude negotiations with the teacher union.
But the concern for them is when that it will happen exactly. Already we've seen some protests in some parts of the country. What exactly is going to be done to remedy the situation?
Tomorrow we are meeting the teacher unions, and so I strongly believe that we will conclude very soon.
Initially, we heard that a government had concerns about two of these allowances. Weren't clear which ones exactly you had concerns about. Really, which ones are they and what exactly are the concerns?
We have signed rules of engagement with the teacher unions.